So, welcome to the heart. And we just saw the part excerpt from Seinfeld about proving. Oh my God, the big proving in this world of the heart. Again, we're not talking about heart of love or all these concepts that got nothing to do with the mechanics of the heart as presented in human design. Heart, love, etc. Heart is we'll see the different aspects, and it's also a beautiful and very important center. So the themes of the heart, first of all, it's a motor center, and it has the themes of ego, the I. Michael Jordan used to say, he actually has an open heart, if I remember, if I checked correctly. I don't know, maybe you know him or not, but there is no I in team, but there is in win. The ego is all about the I, me, myself. It has a willpower. It contains the theme of willpower. To push forward, to make things happen. It's different than the other motors in this sense. Great heart will not be denied. I'm gonna cross this mountain, I'm gonna lift this weight, I'm gonna prove that I can do it. Self-worth connects to the ego, the I. It defined as this self-worth, this sense. Again, it might, like in my case, I have a defined heart, but it's unconscious, so I'm not conscious of, whoa, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that, this self-worth. I could always feel it. Like when I speak, I feel it. When people come to me, like I can feel something, but I never really understood it. I never really understand it. Because it's unconscious. But I always have people call me, oh, you're so dedicated, devoted. I can go through something and I have this willpower, incredible. Again, it's I'll talk about my experience in a moment in the define. And materialism, the power for to make money. Now, just to understand, it's really, again, I'm touching some branches, but because it's not part of the LYD, but it's really about the tribal. The heart has this 3 gates that are connected, are tribal gates, and one that is individual, so there's no collective, just so wherever it takes you. But it's really about this tribe, making money, building the communities, selling stuff. There's no good or bad. Money, materialism, part of our life, part of our resources. So these are the things, and let's see where it takes us. And as a motor center, maybe I put it, let's see, I'll talk about it later, but it's this different motor, than the solar plexus, just the wave that carries, and the sacral that's once it's on, full power. The heart is more, it's powerful, but it's so strong that it needs more rest in this sense. Maybe I go a bit to that further when we go to the define. So after we look at these themes, and again, it seems like, oh, so simple, just 4 gates, these 3-4 themes, pretty simple. But it's a big conditioning in our life. And I always say I won't go into it. I mean, like you can dive so much deep into that, into each aspect. So we are conditioned also in the global cycle that the heart is. It's global cycle conditioning of again, we see the communities, the materialistic aspect, and And we can see that 65% undefined, yeah? 60, 65, 35% defined, third and two-thirds. Why this ego was beaten down? Hey, don't be selfish, don't be this, da, 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 yeah? Because the undefined, which dominates the population on this planet, was like, hey, you know, I have lack of self-worth, so hey, don't be so selfish, smart, yeah, not smart in this sense, but don't think you're worth so much, yeah. And that is because the defined heart, they have this sense of self-worth. Now, if you're an undefined, yeah, you're trying to improve. You're trying to prove and to improve. Yeah. Like I put a quote of John Steinbeck. Always dream and shoot higher than you know you can do. Try to be better than yourself. It can be devastated for the open heart. Devastated. Remember, where you're undefined, it's inconsistent energy. You have willpower, but it's inconsistent. Lack of self-worth. The I, the ego, the self-worth is in the ego, in the heart. Yeah, the heart is again called the ego center as well. So, yeah, like this, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not what you wanted. I can do better in relationship, in job, in work, you know. Okay, you pay me this amount of, okay, I'll settle for this amount of money. You don't know your worth. Again, you don't need to. You got your strategy in your authority, but that's what happened. Yeah. Inconsistent willpower, you know, you start smoking and then you say, no, I'm gonna quit smoking from now on. And the moment, you know, you go out of to the street, boom, you see the store, you're gonna buy a cigarette, alcohol, you're gonna quit the relationship and you get stuck in that. Yeah, whatever you can imagine. It's so powerful conditioning, so powerful. Yeah, people, it causes a big imbalance in the world of people like earning much more than they really need and earning much less than they're really worth. And yeah, it seems so subtle, so simple, but it's so deep, this ego. Now I have this ego defined, you know, I feel this worth of mine. And again, strategy and inner authority, you get what you're worth. I might get more than undefined egos. Yeah, my heart is working, putting the willpower. It's an immense force that maybe need to be retributed. Yeah, maybe need to get more money. It doesn't matter, you know. You get your strategy and authority. You see where it takes. Yeah, I see. When I was working in computers, I see I can put my power, my willpower, the rest of all my energy there. It's generator again in something. I accomplish much more than many others. Yeah, and in many aspects, like the undefined, yeah, what it does, it tries to improve himself. Now, you might try to also make promises, you know? Yeah, sure, you make promise to your child, you know, I'm gonna come to your show, and, you know, but you cannot keep up to this promise, you know, you promise yourself you're gonna lose weight and you cannot keep up to your promise, and you have lack of self-worth, so you're beating yourself because you couldn't keep up to your promises, and you get beaten by the other, yeah, like metaphorically in this sense, or not, or literally, by not keeping up to your promise. So it's like a closed loop. It's just, yeah, it keeps feeding itself. Keeps feeding itself. Now, yeah, this, you know, I promise, mommy, I will do the homework, you know. No, don't promise anything. Anything. Like, think of this beauty, privilege, yeah, prerogative of not having to promise anything. You know, I laugh. I feel like my chest expanding from this. You know, I see myself proving many things. Not that I do it consciously, mentally. No, but I do. When I speak, my heart is speaking as well. And not again from these worn out concepts of the heart, open heart, blah, blah, blah. You know? Love. No, it's powerful when it speaks. People feel this willpower. Yeah. And if you have it undefined, yeah, just you're here to learn about self-worth, about the materialistic world, about who can prove themselves and not, about the willpower of the other. And you're free. Yeah, I tell you this here, like you're free from promises. Again, it's physically you promise and you feel this, that for whatever reason you cannot keep up to that promise, small or big, it puts physical pressure on the heart center. Maybe the first cause of death, heart diseases. Like it's incredible that the influence, the impact of the heart. Yeah. And think of it, you're gonna be next to me, next to someone defined, you're gonna amplify this willpower. Boom, I'm gonna move a mountain, you're gonna move too. But then you go out to the street, yeah, you cannot move a small bag, yeah, I don't know, whatever it is. Like again, I'm not talking literally of the power of the, physical power. I'm small, I might not be able to lift. I don't feel like it's amazing because I don't feel like I have to prove anything. I go to classes, whatever it was, I never felt like I need to prove anything. I know where I sense it where I can prove and where I don't. And where I don't prove anything. But yeah, I'll go to that for a moment in the define. So really it's exhale, just to release this pressure. And again, it's not mentally you can do anything about it. You're going to be next to me, you're going to take in this energy. I can motivate you through this. Bring inside of you this willpower. Yeah. But there's nothing to do about it. Take it in, learn about it, be wise. Don't let it make your decisions. I'm going to prove I'm a good daughter, I'm a good mother, yeah, I'm a good partner, I'm a good colleague. No, you don't need to prove anything. Anything. I hope I made it clear enough of the heart center. You're smoking? Don't promise you're gonna quit. Not to you, not to anybody else. I hear that, I met this person. I'm laughing about it. What to do? It's so funny. I told this. It was actually my stepmom. I told her, don't even promise. You're either gonna quit or you're not. Like you're actually putting more pressure on the heart. That regardless if the smoking hurts that or not. Yeah, but strategy in your authority again for the 1,000th time. So, are you trying to prove yourself? Are you trying to prove yourself? Just observe that and not self-question. The mind tries to prove. Just look at I told you we're dominated by this global cycle that of the channel of community that defines the heart. Look at all the sports that we've developed of winning and proving that who's the best and who's winning and the material plane, who's gonna make more money, and just type in the top richest people. Yeah, you get so much information on this bullshit. Bullshit. Really, really, really. People trying to prove themselves. Yeah. You get a million, you're gonna try to prove you can make 10 millions. You're gonna have one company, you're gonna prove you're gonna get 5 or a chain. Or you're gonna you have $1 billion, so you can prove you can be a good person and donate that, so you can prove that you're a good person that supports the community and this. All that comes from the open heart. You can just turn it around and look from all the angles how it goes, Just look at all these people who were going through this money, Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg as well. I don't remember actually, I'm almost certain they have open heart. I'm not sure. But eventually they gave their most of their money to charity, this way or the other. And and then they're trying to prove something about supporting the community from that aspect. What a good person is. I have all this money, I can. It's a different type of proving, but same. The way I see it, And again, not good or bad, or I put this aside. You just follow your strategy in authority. See where your mind tells you that you need to prove. You need to prove to yourself that you can follow your strategy, that you cannot initiate. Even that is proving. No, it's the letting go. Letting go of just being who you are. There's really nothing to do about it. Just observe, Oh, I'm gonna prove I haven't called my parents in a long while, so I'm gonna prove, I'm gonna call them. Whatever, I don't know. Again, just observe the experiences. See what it brings to you. Deep conditioning in the heart center. And a lot of diseases come from that. And that moves to the defined. I said again, heart diseases come in our definition. Again, if we live our not self, it can come there and there. Both. But if you're living your not self and you're having a heart defined, you're going to use this heart and all this power, putting pressure on your heart center, on your defined heart center. And that comes to story. I had 2 knee surgeries. I pushed through the yoga, And I remember I was dancing and I finished the dance. This is the only memory I have of that. I don't really know how it happened. And again, I accept it the way it is now, but I sat in lotus, in Padmasana. I said, okay, 15 minutes one leg. Okay, 15 minutes the other leg. The next morning, I don't know, I had this electricity in my legs. And over the coming year, it was like 2 years ago, I tore and increased my tear in my meniscus. So also, funnily enough, interesting to see, my brother had the same thing, open heart, defined heart. You never know, it can come from different angles. So I damaged myself. I had the willpower. I show myself, I can show. The mind connects to the openness and the definition. So it causes us to make decisions from the not self and uses the energy we have as well. While we are doing that. I have a lot of energy. I pushed myself over my barriers, my limits. So the defined heart, is willful, is self-worth, has a self-worth, a sense of I. I love myself. I know my worth. Me. Is not to be put down by, I use a lot this I. When I write, a couple of years ago, I was looking at my emails and they're full of I do this, I need to contact you, I experienced this, I. And I was like, where the hell this comes from? But I have this, what to do? And materialistic aspect, being that an aspect of your life, in a sense, if I may put it that way. I put here Donald Trump, has all these books, how to get rich. Whenever I meet people, that's usually what they want to know from me. You ask a banker how he makes bread. You ask a billionaire how he makes money. He's got the channel of money, 2145. Yeah, people like expect him not to be selfish and ego, like it's ridiculous. It is what it is. Yeah. Now, again, if you're acting, you're living, you're not self, you're willful, can get back at you because you get the amplification of the others. Or you say, I can, I will, and you push yourself where it's actually not correct for you. So you damage your heart. Self-worth, yeah? You might present it, and it's gonna ricochet back at you. Yeah, this again, egoistic. I don't need to prove anything. I really don't. I am. Like, people tell me that. I sense it. I don't know how to explain it. But it's not my mind decides what I'm proving or what I don't. And this sense of I, yeah, like I shared again. And again, it's changing. Like you can see if it's defined consciously, then this person can walk with this open chest, you know. I met, like Ra was like that, and I met another person, very clear example. They're aware, they're conscious of their sense of I, the ego, their self-worth. So they really can have this pumped chest, you know. I know my worth. Now for me, it comes from the body. So following my strategy in inner authority, it just increases and increases and increases. But it's not like I walk with this really thought. Like now I'm speaking, my body speaks from me. But when I stop and I'm like on my own, I don't have this sense of, yeah, my ego is like open, like amazing experience for me to realize that. And it needs recognition, like to the ego. It needs recognition. Again, it will attract that eventually, but to say, hey, don't be so egoist. Oh, you always I, you know, I. What about the other? Just understanding that. Respecting, the ego demands respect, again, in different aspects, but we talk about also the tribe, in a sense. Tribe is a lot of aspect of respect. Yeah, you know, I know my worth. You're gonna pay me what I'm worth. No, okay, I'm gonna leave. You know, whatever. Again, I repeat again and again. It's not about making mental choices, decisions. Strategy and authority is gonna be there, but you know. So this is about the defined, and I'm learning a lot about it. And by the way, think of it that when you're incorrect and you're entering a place and it's not the right place for you, and you bring your ego there, and it can bounce back at you, you know. Next to me, people try to prove, and you know, it has very funny contexts. This aspect, like just understanding the mechanics. You know, you get in. You know, I have a story about it. One of my stories. There was a video in Facebook or something of people, of someone jumping these 10 meters, 10 meters high, is in the pool, and they showed people, and you know, they talk, oh, you need to jump, you can jump, why can't you jump? You know, they videotaped it, and you know, people try to prove, you know, I can jump this 10 meters, you know. I remember in this downhill, the extreme, you know, proving a lot of things, trying to prove, and also, by the way, getting hurt physically, you know. And again, part of my design in a sense, but it can be very harmful. I broke my wrist, my radius. I learned also how to recoup. Well, how my body is amazing in recuperating, but I did damage it. Now I was asked to join this group of in this like social experience of jumping this 10 meters high. Now I'm already in the experiment and I follow my strategy in authority. I responded, I went there. And I start and I see, and well, it's funny enough that we were 5 people. 4 of us actually had a defined heart, if I remember correctly. Very interesting. But they all jumped the 10 meters. Yeah. I went to the 5 meters. I had something in my body. I'm like, go, do you jump the 10 meters? I just don't. I don't need to prove anything. I don't. But people do. People do stupid things. Yeah. Mostly the open heart, but also the defined. And I realized I don't need to prove anything. So also understanding that, it was so liberating, and I had no problem. I go, no, I don't jump it. Peer pressure, no peer pressure. Yeah, there were nice friends, but it's not like, sometimes you have the groups and jump, do this, come on, even in a good so-called way, encouraging you. I heard this, so one of our group was standing there and was not, and someone from down said, come on, you can jump, come on, bullshit, terrible. And people take it like in a nice way. Like, again, nothing to do, just to observe it. It's life. Oh, yeah, great, she did it. And then you don't understand why your life are messed up. Because you're going to the next place where you finished proving that. It's not necessarily correct for you. And you're going to try to prove in a place until you're going to hurt yourself. Strategy in inner authority brings you into, again, as a defined heart, to prove in the right places. Use your energy correctly. This is like this experience I went through from this 10 meters jump. I had no problem. Yeah, I didn't jump. So, and again, don't think like my mind. Yes, it talked inside. Even though my mind is not like I have the. It was not like, hey, you need to prove yourself. No, I have the open head. So it went on with, why don't you jump? Like thinking of things that don't matter in a sense. But my mind did go, hey, but you're the only one who didn't jump. And, funny to listen to it. And I just had it clear, So this is about the heart and dominating our planet like this. Just do it, I can, this force. And one aspect that I told you I'd speak about was the ego needs rest, balance between work and rest. Yeah, it works hard. Yeah, it can work really hard, like in a good way in this sense. So it's not like it's going to work and work and work and work. Yeah, it can do, in a sense, if I may call it, more, in a sense, than the open heart. But it needs to rest, physically. And again, when I say that it needs to be paid its worth, you don't need to do anything. Like the strategy in inner authority your ego will not let you be paid less. But if you're undefined, you might see, like eventually, that you're getting less paid than the ego when it's defined. But that it's okay. It's not a competition. And by the way, even if it's vice versa, your strategy in authority, you listen to your body. Here we speak a bit to the mind. Ego needs rest. You don't need to think of all of that. Like it's just to observe these things. And I see it for myself, I have many stories. I won't go into them, but when I was working in the IT computers for 10, 12, 13 years, I won't go in the sense that I have like, I can really go into the details and many stories and funny, but I remember one guy one time was telling me, hey, you don't look so like common in this scenery of IT. People are pressured, proving, doing, I was just doing my thing, Very interesting. I have many comments. So just understanding about the heart a little bit. And again, undefined versus defined. The undefined can learn about the willpower, the self-worth, the ego. Yeah? It came with this if lack of self-worth. So you can learn about it. Yeah, especially if you have a completely open heart, which it is not rare actually. I know quite a few. Yeah, my father was like this. My mother, my little sister, completely open heart, because there's only 4 gates that can define it. And you're amplifying the experience. Yeah, you're amplifying the willpower, and so on and so forth. So yeah, just understand where your wisdom is, as an undefined, and support. Yeah, the themes of the ego, in a sense. There's also another aspect that is about the individuality that comes in the tribe and empowers and mutates the tribe. Yeah, diving into the unknown, in a sense, it has this aspect. But it's really seeing that the main aspects, 3/4 are really about support, community, family, business. These are the aspects that the ego brings, and we can see it worldwide. Yeah, building communities, building families, support your family, work for the company, work for your family. Yeah, I need the family to work for me. I need the company to work, like this mutual support. And business, making businesses, selling, making money. Again, it's in the global cycle. It's really in our we are deeply conditioned by that. There are other aspects like the channel of community, the 3740, that is an opposition in the will, so it's quite common to have that definition. Although again, in this sense, we still have 35% of the people defined. So again, it's not the majority. But it's really about supporting the family, making money to support the family. Just understanding, if you don't have this concept, what do you bring and what you don't bring, and just understand it. And I grew up in a community. I see this aspect of support, and if you like it, but that's it for now about just understanding what the heart brings in the concept of working, but working for the community, working for the family, yeah, or being supported by the community, by the family. Inner authority, again, it cannot be a generator, no sacral defined. It cannot be a reflector because there are centers defined. So it can only be a manifester or a projector, and these are willpower types, willpower, inner authority. Yeah, I will, I can. Yeah, following your strategy, you have to see where your willpower is. Manifestor, you initiate, you have this, I will do that, I can do that. It's a powerful voice. Now the projector is, again, it's and I met one like that with this configuration. So it's when you're invited, you need to see that your willpower is there. I can do this. I can do this for you. Yeah. Again, or I like for you in the sense that you're invited for something. So you need to see that your willpower is there in what you do. And again, yes, again. Follow your strategy and inner authority. Yeah, you have a defined heart, you're going to see it manifests itself. Yeah, the themes. You want to open, you're open, and you're going to follow your strategy and inner authority. You see what you have. You see what happens when you're next to someone, and you amplify that. Yeah? Or the wisdom that you can bring through your openness. This is about the heart. Any questions about the open heart? Sorry, any questions about the heart center?